Alright, yo, what's up, boys? So I'm gonna just quickly teach you guys how to always score against the AI because I know a lot of new players do struggle with this, and I did struggle with this as well. So let's get it started. Alright, first thing I want to get out of the way is always shoot full power shots and don't shoot from the front. Like I'm shooting from the front here. It's like a 50-50% chance for it to actually go in, and a lot of the times it just does end up saving it. However, if you do have to shoot from the front, like if they got defenders everywhere, I would always recommend aiming for the top bin and always going for something like this. And it does not save that because top bin is usually just always a guaranteed goal, especially with Rin as well. Alright, I'm going to teach you guys every single AI cheese that I personally know. So the very first thing I'll kind of want to get out of the way is the side shot. So this, it does sometimes end up saving it, but for the most part, if you do it properly, it's never going to save it. It doesn't even react or come to me. Sometimes it will start like etching a bit close to you and it might end up saving it. Generally speaking, you should be fine if you do it properly though. Alright, yo, editor bat here. Something I kind of forgot to mention is when you're trying to take the shot shot, if the AI starts reacting to you and if it starts like actually coming closer and I take the shot, all right, here it just kind of reset because in this area, the AI just doesn't even register you're there sometimes. However, ever so slightly, like 10% of the time, AI will register that you're here and it'll actually save it. But for the most part, as you guys can see here, it literally just doesn't know what to do when I shoot from there. So it is basically a guaranteed goal. And yeah. The next shot that I really want to get out of the way is also obviously your ability. So you can shoot something like curveball. I can literally shoot it directly at the AI and it's just never going to save it. For these, one thing I want to like make clear to you guys is the fact that you can score from here. This works with Shido and I believe Rin, but if you take a shot like this, the AI is not even going to try and block it and it's just going to go in. So if you're not going against a player goalkeeper, you don't even have to dribble that much. You literally just go there, you pop a shot, and it's always a free goal. That is something that I see people abusing more now, but it's something that people did not abuse a lot. And this goes into the next thing I want to go over, and the main reason why the AI doesn't save these shots is because I'm looking stupidly high. So if you shoot these high shots, the AI is just never going to be able to save them, and they're kind of overpowered. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes, I'm not going to lie, if you do it wrong, it will end up saving it. So you gotta like do it a very specific way. This is why I don't generally like to shoot like this, because as you guys saw before, the issue with shooting like this is I can't really see where the net is and I can't see my defender. So you could easily just end up getting tackled or just losing the ball completely. So I wouldn't generally recommend shooting like this unless you have a shot. All right, the next thing I'm going to showcase is probably one of the most common cheeses, but I don't see people doing this a lot for some reason. It's mainly new players, but if you don't have any defenders back there and you just want a guaranteed goal, you can literally just go here, turn a few directions, AI falls over, and then you jump in and it will go in. The jump shot, which people generally use for self-passing, is honestly really nice for scoring goals. Even against like inexperienced player goalkeepers, it's really nice to score. And even against the AI, you don't fully need to wait for it to fall down in order to score with this. It's just super consistent. Alright, the next thing I want to go over is awakening shots. And these are really overpowered to go against with the AI. And I know this is obviously obvious, but something that a lot of people don't do with ultimates is shoot them from crazy far away. So imagine I have defenders here. The match just started on center field, right? I pop my ultimate. The entire enemy team is there. They're not able to stop me. I just go far and I pop my Rin ultimate. And this is literally just a guaranteed goal. They literally can't do anything to stop this. And it's just really nice to abuse this. I'm not going to lie. Like, and this is something I would highly recommend you guys consistently abuse, especially with your ult, just because it's a lot more consistent and they just can't do anything to stop you. It's just a guaranteed goal. Whereas if I were to normally pop ultimate, you know, I walk close to the net or whatever, they have a chance to actually tackle me and take the ball. And I end up just wasting my ultimate completely, which is another big problem I see. This is kind of unrelated to the video, but people shoot their ult too close. And what happens is they end up shooting like the crossbar, or they shooting up too high and they just end up completely wasting the ult. So, you know, I would just be careful with that. Aside from that, there is one last thing I want to do for like an honorable mention, and that is headers. If you're able to properly do headers, they're pretty busted for scoring goals, which I can't properly do headers. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really use headers in games, but from what I understand, the main way to score with headers is you just pop this header and then the second header is just a guaranteed goal. Yeah, I can't really do anything against that. Generally against like confident defenders, they're sometimes going to probably try and header back to disrupt your shot, or you're just not going to be able to do it properly, because I know like in a national game it is kind of like you're going to have pressure on you. So I wouldn't recommend doing this, but you know, it is an option if you guys get really comfortable with the AI. All right, aside from that, there isn't really much else to say. I'm going to be honest with you guys, bro, because scoring against the AI is just stupidly easy, bro. It's really only something that I feel like new players struggle with, so I didn't want to make this video crazy long. However, if you guys do want to see a guide on how to actually score against players, because scoring against players is a bit more complicated, or like good players, I'd be down to make that as well. And you know, aside from that, make sure to like and subscribe and ignore that shot. And yeah, goodbye.